Happy October, everybody. It is that magical time of year where we just had a very bountiful harvest. The beds are now empty, and the first frost is just around the corner. So, how do we keep our garden healthy during the winter months? Well, cover crop. Let's learn more about it from Mr. Z.
Hi everyone, it's Farmer Z. It is a beautiful sunny day here in the garden, and I wanted to teach you today about something called cover crop. So, Miss Madison, you are filming. Say hi to the camera.
Hey everybody.
This is a bed that we used to have kale in, and we had kale on the ground for months here. It was done producing for us, and so now we took all the kale out, and I'm going to show you how we're going to plant cover crop. But first, why do we want to plant cover crop? I can think of at least 5 reasons why we want to plant cover crop.
Cover crops take up water and space in the garden, so weeds don't have any room or means to grow. So we'll spend less time weeding if we have cover crops on our bed. If we didn't plant cover crops, our soil might get eroded by wind or by rain, and we don't want our valuable soil to just get washed away. Birds, bugs, and soil microorganisms and worms also really enjoy having cover crop around because it creates habitat for them and gives them food. Some cover crops, like red clover, actually fix nitrogen or put nitrogen back into the soil, which is great because a lot of other crops remove nitrogen from the soil. So during your off season, if you plant crops that fix nitrogen, then you're keeping your nitrogen cycle going. Lastly, at the end of the winter, we will take out our cover crops, chop them up, and put them back into the soil directly, and that will help build up the organic matter, which is also healthy for the soil.
Alright, first step we need to do is after our bed is clear, we want to make sure that it's nice and level for our cover crop seeds. So I'm going to use my rake to smooth this bed out and make sure it's nice and level. Now we are going to use red clover seed. Red clover is great at fixing nitrogen in the soil. Kale is a pretty heavy feeder, and we want to get some of the nutrients back into the soil that the kale use, as well as some organic matter. So with the red clover, we are going to just broadcast seed it right onto the surface, and then we're going to rake it in. With the rake, just very gently, because we don't want to take it in too deep into the soil. So. Last but not least, we have to make sure that we water this in, and we water it until it sprouts. I'm going to water it today and tomorrow, maybe even Thursday, and then I think it's supposed to rain on Friday, so that's all the watering we'll need to do. Red clover. Later in the season, we want to turn that red clover back into the soil to add an organic mulch right into the soil. And the clover itself is going to help add nutrients to our soil, specifically nitrogen. That's what we're looking to do. You want to make sure you do this before the frost hits, because if they come up and they're not hardy enough, then they might take some damage from the frost. But otherwise, once it's hardy enough, clover should hold out pretty well over the winter. So thanks for watching. This is something you can do in your garden. Have a great day.